everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of VillageCraft. I'm Fixxitt, and we are here underwater. Man, it has been too long. It's been almost 2 weeks since my last VillageCraft my last VillageCraft episode, and boy, do I have some stuff to show you guys. Check it out. Oh, this is an audit. I went the wrong way. This is my storage room. I think you guys saw that right. And yes, you might notice the glass. You might notice my texture pack. I'm going to explain that in just a minute. But look at this. The dome, the spectacular dome, is finally done. I actually finished it this morning. Oh my goodness. What a haul this was to get this all filled with sand and then remove all the sand. It was a lot, guys. It was a lot. No doubt about it. Without a beacon, without all that kind of stuff. But why don't we make some of this stuff and work while I talk? So there have not been that many VillageCraft episodes here. This is actually the remnants from Fixxitt. I ran out of inventory space and I had to log because my boy was waking up and ready to party. In fact, I think actually he was messing with my mouse sensitivity. There we go. That's where I like it. I actually like it the slowest mouse so I can get a little bit more accurate. I messed that up. Okay. Oop. You know, I may just need to fill this up because I don't want to put a torch and I don't want... Oh, no. Get out of there. What are you doing there? There. I don't want a mobs to spawn either, so no mobs. No mobs for me. That's sort of my motto. That's not my motto. Why has VillageCraft been so far and few in between? It's not what I intended. It's not my goal, and that's not what I wanted to happen. But it is what happened because here's what happened. Here's what happened. First, for one thing, I started this project before doing a starter base or anything. So I was digging this with like iron tools at first, and then it slowly graduated up to, a little bit better tools and etc. Until now, I actually have pretty decent stuff. But because we have an ender on the server, oh boy. I don't have any glass. I mean, I have a lot of glass, just not on me. I didn't realize that was glass. Okay, that's fine. So I smelled up a whole bunch. That's fine. That's good. So why have I not been on very much? Well, let me explain what has been going on. For one thing, I have been super into building the medieval realm and all that stuff, right? Which, if you've been watching the series, you know it. And, that's... Whoop. Can I possibly just place this? No. Yes. Haha, yes I can. So that, that's cool. But what's been happening is every time I log on with my limited amount of time that I get to play Minecraft these days, I'm like, man, I want to get on the medieval realm and do some building, all that stuff. And this project seems very daunting because what I like over there is if we start a big project over there, it's cool. If I get tired of it, I'll just go and do something else for a little while and then come back, no big deal. But here in VillageCraft, I didn't have anywhere else to go or any other project to do or any other thing that I can do. So basically, I felt kind of stuck. You know what? All these need to go. Oh, yeah, I have a Silk Touch pick now, too. That's cool. Yeah, these all need to go. Can I reach it? Yes. Can I reach this guy? Yes. Okay, cool. Anyway, so where does that leave us here? Why have I not been really playing VillageCraft very much? And what am I going to do to rectify that? Because once I give a commitment to do something, especially multiplayer stuff, that's, I'm doing it. That's my commitment. I'm doing it. So what can I do to rectify that? And the idea hit me today. I was attempting to differentiate this series from... What's happening here? Okay. Siri, no, I don't want to talk to you. Turn off. What did I say that made Siri come to life? I've been trying to differentiate this series from the medieval realm, doing everything I possibly can to make them different. Maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe that's not the way to go. Since that is kind of my baby project, that's kind of the thing that's going to be my online video game Minecraft legacy, if you will, that realm. Why should I do something that's different from that here whenever we have the ability to do both through the power of World Edit? So here's what's going on. The whole secret spy thing that I wanted to do because I wanted to make it different than my medieval realm and all that stuff, it's done. We're not going to do that. I think that would be fun. For one thing, I don't want to do it vanilla. Oh yeah, you may have just seen something. I had a little bit of a creeper incident, but the guys killed the Ender Dragon, and I think I taped over this clip because I didn't really like it, but taped over this clip. Yeah, on my VHS. I record this on VHS, I assume everyone does. Swan and the fellas got me an elytra and 4 end crystals, which is unbelievably nice. I thanked them already. I found that a little while ago. And you may have noticed this, which I did not have before. Well, I was hauling sand back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I talked to the dog captain, and he gave me 4 shulker boxes, which is an unbelievably nice gift. I mean, really, truly. That is a super nice gift. So, yeah, so the guys are really taking care of me. You know, that does maybe play into my decision to really attempt to have a deeper focus on this server, because they've been helping me out, and it would be not cool of me to take their help and then I'm not gonna say disappear, because I'm not gonna do that, but not play as frequently as what I feel like I should. So that plays in. So what are we gonna do about that? What change? I'm changing midstream, which is, again, that's not something that I really recommend or like doing all that much. Oh. Should that be there? I think we have a problem. Yeah, you know what? I think we have a problem. I need to go get some glass. And I need to look at the other... Oh, wait. Yeah, we do have a problem. We definitely have a problem. This glass comes out, that glass comes out, and these two... Okay, yeah, I gotta do a little bit of editing. That's cool. So... what are we going to do? Well, I am going to be building this dome, this evil lair sort of concept that I was attempting to do is going to be transformed, which is one of the reasons why I like that I was using diorite, which is one of the reasons why I'm using my texture pack right now. And it's going to be transformed into the Lost City of Atlantis, Medieval Edition. Okay, that's going to be the idea. Now, hang in there with me. I think this is a great idea. For one thing, it's gonna connect things, because I gotta face the facts. Anyone who's viewing this is also viewing my other. This is all messed up, man. Is this whole dome messed up? These shouldn't come out, is the problem. Oh, okay. I think I just... yeah, and that shouldn't either. Okay. Okay, now I see. Now I see what's up. Right? Okay, so it's not... I'm just going to need to do some counting if I care about this being... Can this go away? No. I'm not sure about this. This is when it would be really nice to have access to Game Mode 3, which I've been relying on entirely too much over the medieval realm. Anyway, the point is, what we're going to do here is I'm going to be building a kingdom that then, once this server is over, I will get a server download from Paternox, and I will learn how to use World Edit, which I've never used before, and I will implant this world into the medieval realm, right? What I was starting to say before I figure out my counting is all messed up is anyone watching this series is extremely likely, almost for sure, I messed that up. Watching like both. I think I have a feeling like all my views on every series are basically the same. So I think that my little staple of people who check it out are watching, you know, anything I'm putting out, I hope. So that's kind of my thinking. My thinking is that, yeah, see, this needs to go away. And so is this and this. Oh man, this was a horrible counting job. So this is going to be a kingdom in that world, and which I feel okay about. Yeah, World Edit's cheating, that's for sure. That's true. But it's all going to be, it's completely survival. It's actually more survival than even on the realm, because I don't have any of the infrastructure, and I don't have although I've been getting some help from the guys for sure, Paternox at Swan and the dog captain for sure. I don't have like Captain Dowie isn't here where I can be like, hey Captain, hey, can you go grab me like 10 inventories of sand, you know, and she will. So you know, and that's super nice, and I don't have that here. So in fact, in some ways of thinking, it's actually gonna be more survival than that series. I can't even go out to like spectator mode here, you know. See, now okay, I'm sure that's different than the other side, because I just looked at it. What is happening? I'm the worst counter ever. So look, what I'm going to do is, this is really bothering me. I'm going to try to get this figured out and do some counting here, and then I will jump back here, because I can't talk about future plans and what I want to do, and also try to figure out what the heck I did wrong on this stupid octagon design at the same time. So I'll be right back. Well, that was fun. That was a lot of counting. Yeah, I got to figure it out. So now we are in a perfect octagon, as perfect as I could figure out without using some sort of web design software to count it out. But what am I going to do with this dome now? Now that we're talking City of Atlantis, what the heck are we going to do? Well, I have some plans for this I think are going to be super fun and super cool. And it's all going to connect. Now, in the lore that I'm writing, the City of Atlantis, they are just people. They're not magical water-breathing people. They're just people. But for some reason or the other, and I'm going to write some lore that's going to have this make sense. But for some reason or the other, these people have chosen to live underground. This is going to be their Central Park area. Now, that's something that I already had sort of worked out from before, but I want to just kind of edit and alter it just a little bit. You know what I should have done? I should have just taken this. Well, that's okay. Let's see. Stone. Ooh, I'm full. Yeah, okay. All right, interesting. Let's just, it doesn't really matter. All this stuff is going to be hauled up at some point anyway. What I want to do today, though, is I want to go to my island, because this island now, with my new Atlantis plans, this island's going to need to go. In fact, all the islands in sort of render distance are going to need to go, and there's quite a few of them, but that's all right. I can use this for... Well, there's some plans. I have some plans. I think I'm gonna attempt to build. Now I'm gonna say some big scope plans here because I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to do it all myself here. So that's gonna be something. But I am gonna attempt to build a coral reef, I think, and then on top of that reef, I'm going to put some maybe a wrecked ship or two. I think that would be pretty fun, and I'm going to have various underwater domes, living areas, maybe some underwater pathways. I think that these Atlanteans, which may change the name. I'm not sure about that yet because I may end up changing the name to something that is less, like a more made up name, a name that isn't just something that, I can't say exists in the real world, but, something that we like a legend that we know of in the real world that kind of exists. Can I even get up here? All right, I just need a way to get up to this peak without running the entire way around my dumb little island here. Why did I build so close to an island? Because I wasn't thinking securely at the time. I don't even have I don't even have an axe. That's all right. So all this has got to go. Now I do have silk touch, so I'm going to grab with my pick a couple pieces of grass so I can get grass growing down there in the dome. That's almost probably enough. Now this pick has mending on it, which is super cool. It's the only piece I have of gear that with mending on it, although I do believe I have a mending book from AFK Fishing. So one of the first things I'm going to do, and probably maybe today, maybe between episodes, is set up my AFK Fisher in this world down near the dome. Now I'm not sure where it's going to go exactly. It may go... I don't know. It's really hard to say. I really, really wish I had a stupid axe. I don't even really have an axe, to be honest, but... yeah, I'm not even going to do that. But I'm going to take down... Oh, see, that island over there? That needs to go, too. That one, too. Now, they don't need to go super deep. Those need to go, too. Everything within this render distance of that dome... Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Needs to go. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to work on here. But that obviously will be something that I'm not going to try to get done in an episode or between episodes. That's just going to be stuff that we do as we need resources, as we need things, whatever. One thing I have learned probably is that building a dome is going to be a lot easier. Although I'm not building any more enormous big domes. This will be the biggest one by far. Other things can go underground. They can go... I don't know. Oh, I guess in domes, but they're not going to be. They're just not going to be as big because my lesson has been learned. What I'm doing right now is I'm just getting dirt that I need for the dome grass, so just so I can get the grass growing there and get that rolling. Now, what this was going to be back in the olden days when I was a secret spy, a secret Dr. Evil spy sort of thing, and I think that would have been really fun. And that is something that I think I may try to do like a 70s super spy sort of theme one server one day. But I'm going to want to have things like chisel and bits. I mean, I was thinking about how I'm going to do it before. I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to do it with, I want to build rockets and all that stuff. And I was thinking about doing that with only the vanilla blocks available. I mean, without even quark. That would be really, difficult. I mean, it would be really difficult, and I think best case scenario, I don't think it would look that good, to be honest. Where I think if we had something like Chisel and Bits, you know, in a future mod pack someday, who knows? Maybe the guys in VillageCraft here would want to do a lightly modded series at some point, something like that. But until we get that, I don't really think that there's a point in doing something that's going to require that level of detail. Like I was thinking about doing like computer banks and stuff like that. And like I don't care if they're working or not, but with the vanilla blocks available, that's weak. You know, that would look terrible. So I just don't think that there's a point to it. Now, texture pack, I'm probably going to be using my own texture pack on this, and it's very close to what Swan used in a lot of ways, so I don't think that anyone else's base is really going to be influenced. But the reason why I want to use it is because whenever I end up eventually at the end of this server, when I eventually world edit this over into the kingdoms, into the medieval realm, I want to know exactly what it's going to look like with that texture pack. Now, that means as that texture pack evolves, then this one will as well. And if there's something that I need on this world that I don't have over there, like say, I can't think of what that would be, but say one of the glazed terracotta blocks, I would need it to look like some sort of Atlantean block, something like that. Well, then in that case, that is something that I will. Oh, okay. I guess I already had stairs up here. I did not know that. I think I did have a little hidey hole for just a couple days before I started digging out. Maybe not even a couple days, maybe a day. I actually think, to be honest, I think that I started digging out this dome on the very first day of the world, which is, in retrospect, it's a painfully bad idea. You know, get established, get some good tools, get storage situation. I mean, even still, my storage isn't worked out, although I at least have a storage room. But how am I doing? I think I got enough. Let's go back in and start laying down some grass, and then I will talk to you guys in a few minutes. Ooh, what's in here? Huh, some stuff, actually. You know, I wouldn't mind taking those saplings. Cool. I'll be right back. So, I'm laying dirt, obviously, and I have a lot more to go, but it occurred to me that I'm going to have to move my storage to really continue this, so no big deal, and I'll do that. I'll do that between. This had a little dirt in the ground. I wasn't sure if I want to harvest this, but I do think it kind of looks dumb having that. Oh, I see why. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me just cover this up. Yeah. I think I'll just cover that for now. Apparently there is a mine right here underneath this part, and at some point I want to utilize that in some way. I think I will try to keep it there, keep it as is, but maybe, I don't know, maybe work out some sort of like lore, like it was miners were trying to, they were just mining and they didn't know Atlantis was there, and they broke into, we'll work out some lore. Maybe we can talk together on this. Now, let me think. So what else about the lore of these people? So they're just regular humans, but for some reason they live underwater. I don't know about that. Maybe any suggestions? If you guys have any suggestions, that would be fine. I don't think, now in the lore of the medieval realm, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow, perhaps during my live streams, but there are only humans now, but there didn't used to be. So we could maybe play into that, but I kind of feel like this should be not an ancient city. This should be maybe a newer city. That's kind of my gut feeling, but that could change. You know, we could change that depending on how things turn out here. But as far as going to the Nether and stuff like that, because I'm not allowed to utilize the Nether for travel in my medieval realm, that won't matter here, but that won't be transferred over either. So they'll have another portal of some sort, but it will be, you know, guarded like they are over in the realm. So that's going to be part of that. Now, let me think of what else I do want to have. I was thinking that maybe these people maybe they would have the only access, and I could maybe reproduce this with a villager as far as the lore goes. But oh, there's a little stutter. Maybe these people would be the only ones that have access to respiration in the world. Now I'm not talking about this world. I'm talking about in the world in the realm, because that's where this will be transplanted at some point. But maybe these people are the ones who have sort of figured out respiration, and then they can maybe trade it to other people. And also, but thinking about that, I think that opens up an interesting possibility of that these people, the Atlanteans, or name TBD, can be the only ones in the world who can exist underwater for pretty decent periods of time. So that means we could have, just through the use of some clever gates or some redstone type of things, some areas where to get between houses you actually have to walk outside. I think that could be really cool, and stick with the theme that these are the only people who can, or they're regular people, but they can go outside and walk. And I think that would actually work really well. So maybe that's something that we'll talk about. But I think that this is probably as good of a place as any to break off here, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bring my fishing stuff down and set that up, maybe just in this room for now. That way I can fish, let the grass grow, and hopefully I can get some mending books, because right now that's the only access I have to mending stuff. And I would really like to have mending on my stuff. I mean, I don't even have... Yeah, I don't even have pants yet. Actually, this stuff I don't think is even in... Oh, it is enchanted. It's just kind of random enchanted. Oh, I have mending on my feet. I'll be darned. I didn't know I had that, actually. Oh, I have mending on this, too. Okay, I've not been playing on this world for a while. Maybe I have forgotten everything. So, good to know. Good to know. Has any of this grass spread at all? Okay, yeah, it has. Woo! I was starting to get a little bit nervous because I had not seen it spread. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous that maybe underwater there's some other rule against grass spreading, and that is going to mess up my entire sort of plan. But as long as this is good. Now, this area right here is going to be like a nature dome. This is going to be a park, and I'm going to attempt to hide all the lighting in this area through some sort of tricks. There's a couple things I've been thinking about in my resource pack, in my texture pack, that I haven't done yet, but maybe this would be as good of a chance as any to actually do. I think I'm going to leave that there. I'd like the little elevation change. Maybe something like that would be nice. In fact, maybe something like that. Okay. Okay, we're not landscaping now. That's all I just wanted to do. Just that much. Cool. All right. Well, this is as good a place as any to end, but let me stop here and get a decent look at this beautiful, beautiful dome. And I will see you guys next time for the next episode of VillageCraft Atlantis.